Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? It's your man Cowboy Cam live with you here on the Cowboy Cam Facebook page, also live on my personal page. Appreciate y'all tuning in to your boy as I cover the NFL drafts round 2 and 3. A lot of crazy shit been going on, a lot of crazy shit. I hope y'all don't mind me cussing. Uh, my wife, she said she do, but I don't think she mind. Once again, sipping on some Gentleman Jack. Jack Daniels, go ahead and sponsor your boy. Would definitely appreciate the sponsorship because you know me, I keep Jack in the crib. Delicioso. All right. Ooh, Renardo Green goes to the 49ers. Okay, bet. All right, okay. I want to address Cowboy fans that are panicking, that are freaking out right now over the Nealon pick. That don't understand. That don't understand, guys. That you don't have defensive ends. That you ain't got defensive ends. Like y'all, we don't have defensive ends. You don't got run stoppers. Everybody's panicking about the Nealon pick. What are we doing? There's running backs on the board. First off, if only one running back has been taken, and my running back one hasn't been taken yet, Trey Benson is my running back one. If only one running back's been taken, and it was Jonathan Brooks coming off an ACL injury, that doesn't make me go, "Oh, I need to take a running back." No, like it doesn't make me go, "Oh yeah, definitely got to take a running back," because there's too many running backs in this draft. You can find you a running back, guys. You don't have to panic and just take a back just because. And we do need a running back, but also we got to stop the run. That's what Nealon does. Nealon's gonna stop the run. I know a lot of people are like, well, we got Micah on the edge. Yeah. Like that's cool and all. Look here, Micah get lazy during that run. Look here, Micah gets lazy stopping the run. Micah is also smaller than most defensive ends. Can you still rush Micah Parsons on passing downs? Yes. Getting Nealon doesn't stop you from doing it doesn't stop you from playing Micah on the edge. But Nealon also comes in and he's a big body and he's your DeMarcus Lawrence replacement. You also had Braswell out of Alabama. I'm telling you guys this. Darius Robinson, who got drafted in the first round, Darius Robinson was very much an option there at defensive end in the first round for the Dallas Cowboys. But as Stephen Jones said, that they had 4 guys in that pick. They had 4 guys that they could have picked right there in round 1, and they decided to trade back. Okay, no, sir. Put it down there. And so as Stephen saying, there was 4 guys they could have picked. They traded back, and then they ended up taking Tyler Guyton. I believe they tried to trade back. I do believe that the Dallas Cowboys tried to trade back from this pick. I don't think necessarily they wanted to make a pick. I think they had a lot of guys that they still loved. You still got Peyton Wilson. You still got Junior Colston, linebacker out of Michigan. You still got Trey Benson, running back from Florida State. There are several guys there. I think it's easier to go ahead and get the defensive end that you need. You get the defensive end that you need. You got 2 picks in the 3rd round still. We got a trade. The Jets have traded up. They're on the clock for the first pick in the 3rd round. So the Jets have traded up. I want to cover some draft picks real quick. Javon Bullard, safety from Georgia, got drafted. Blake Fisher, offensive tackle from Notre Dame. Houston Texans take him. I love what the Houston Texans are doing. You got to love it. Ennis Rakestraw was a corner that I believe could have been an option for the Dallas Cowboys. But also I believe that he don't got the foot speed like that, but the Detroit Lions take him. Baltimore gets Rosengarten, offensive tackle. Where you go to? Washington, I believe. Yeah. And then Kingsley Suamatea, offensive tackle BYU, goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. I love it. I don't know how Kingsley Suamatea fell this far. I had Kingsley Suamatea being one of the top tackles taken in the 2nd round, and he gets picked at the end of the second round. Like, good lord. And so Malachi Corley. Why am I seeing Malachi Corley? Oh, the Jets take Malachi Corley. Okay. If you're wondering who the Debo Samuel is in this NFL draft, it's Malachi Corley. It's Malachi Corley. Get the guy the ball. I think he was playing defensive back. He was playing defensive back. They moved him to receiver. Dude breaks tackles, runs by people. Hell of an athlete. He's hell of a weapon. So the Jets get a weapon. All right. And which they traded who's that receiver they traded to the Browns last year? Having a brain fart. They traded away their slot receiver to the Browns last season, and so for his replacement, they bring in Malachi Corley. You gotta love it. I see Eagle fans here showing some love. I see y'all Eagle fans. Y'all doing a damn good job. A damn good job in this draft, Eagle fans. Y'all still gotta see CeeDee Lamb. I don't care what you say. You still gotta see CD, and you still gotta see that. All right, but I like your pick, your defensive back picks. My boy Keith in here saying, sorry to say Houston's the best team in Texas, and I'm a Cowboys fan. Look here, we play Houston. Houston still gotta line it up. Micah said it last night. You still gotta line it up. I'm not giving them a title of the best team in Texas. Nah, still gotta line it up. You still gotta see if it's gonna work. Because there is a thing with picking up a bunch of free agents and trading for different guys. It's got to all work out. Football isn't just a plug and play thing. That stuff matters. That locker room stuff matters. Who you have on your team matters. So I don't necessarily just buy into the hype of like, oh my God, the Houston Texans have done this and done that. But God damn it, you better get them boys some credit because that's how you make some motherfucking moves. But they got to line it up. So I'm not giving them that title just yet. But definitely got to give the general manager for the Eagles some credit, taking basically my running back, my cornerback. What did I say? 2 and 3. I think my cornerback 2 and 3 they took. So I mean, good lord, that's a hell of a draft there. That's a hell of a draft there for the Eagles. What's up, Jesse? Cowboys for life. On me, Cowboys for life, baby. Houston ain't getting no credit like that from me. All right, so the Cardinals are selecting my running back 1, Trey Benson. All right, that's a damn good pick for them. Even though I'm pretty sure they still got James Conner. They still got James Conner, but boy, that's a nice little running back duo right there. Trey Benson and James Conner. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, guess what, Cowboy fans? Running backs are starting to get active. All right. We just seen Malachi Corley come off the board. In which, once again, I just want to shed some light on how important that defensive end pick was. Because you grab your defensive end, you get 2 picks in the third, you're going to have a great chance of getting a receiver or a running back or a linebacker here still. I had Junior Colson and Peyton Wilson as, well, no, with Peyton Wilson's injury history, I have him as a linebacker in the 3rd round. He is my linebacker 1, though. Just he's only going to fall that's the only reason he's going to fall due to the injury. Junior Colston, I thought he'd be a 2nd round linebacker. Edrin Cooper's the only linebacker that goes in the 2nd round. Crazy. And so we got Trey Benson coming off the board. The running backs that are left, though, we still have Wright from Tennessee. You got Marshawn Lloyd, USC. Like I said, I love a lot of the later running backs. Ray Davis, Kentucky. My bad. I'm watching these Trey Benson highlights. He runs away from people. He runs away from people. And just a little bit of housekeeping rules. I kind of just went live and he went ahead and hit that live. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for your boy. All right. Make sure you hit that like button. Good for the algorithm, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's process this. The Cardinal fans, process this. You get Marvin Harrison Jr. Got Marvin Harrison. You get Darius Robinson, a defensive end. You get Trey Benson, running back. The Cardinals are on to something. The Cardinals are on to something. And I believe they drafted a defensive back actually as well. Uh Man, what they drafted a DB as well. The Cardinals are having a damn good draft, especially with them wheeling and dealing and trading back the way that they did. Because not like they had multiple picks, and then they still use those multiple picks to acquire even more draft picks and put themselves in better draft position. All right, so we got who's on the clock? I think Washington's on the clock, followed by the Patriots and the Chargers. I need to. Man, we like how many picks is that? We're 6 picks away from the Cowboys pick. We 6 picks away from the Cowboys pick. Ooh, who Washington gonna take? So I saw that Washington took a defensive tackle. They took Johnny Newton, Jazon Newton. They took Johnny Newton, and which is weird because they signed both of their defensive tackles. They signed. It's real weird. Like that's really weird. But also, that's a hell of a defensive tackle rotation to deal with in Washington. Um, their defense is gonna be tough, but not straight out the box, not straight away. If Dan Quinn does have the adequate time, if he is going to be there for 2 to 3 years, I do believe that that defensive unit will be will give teams some problems. It's going to come down to their offense. If Jaden Daniels can lead that team, um, I do believe like maybe they might need a little bit of more receiver help. A running back. They got Brian Robinson, but if I'm them, I'm also thinking about taking a running back as well if they can, if they could. All right, Washington takes offensive tackle Brandon Coleman, TCU, which is weird. I guess they didn't. I guess Washington didn't like Suamatea, Rosengarten, um, because I believe that those two tackles should have been like their pick in the second round. And I guess they just didn't like those guys, and they get Brandon Coleman, offensive tackle out of TCU, second team All Big 12. Solid pick, solid pick. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Mm-hmm. And a lot of time y'all guys will hear me say, solid pick, just because you never know if these guys are gonna be great. It's really easy to kind of determine those first 15, 20 picks, we kind of when a guy's gonna be great. You can feel it. You can feel it in your bones and stuff like that. But as this draft goes on, the deeper we get in this draft, it's gonna be really hard to tell if these guys are just gonna be great like that. You guys going to bed? Come give me a hug. Come give me a hug. Let me give my kids a hug real quick. Oi, I love you. Say good night. Say good night.
Good night.
Say good night. Hold on, wait. Say go Cowboys.
Go Cowboy.
Come on. Come here, Lee. Say go Cowboys. Levi, who's your team? Let me find out my youngest son ain't a Cowboys fan. All right. My boy Drew says Cowboys will finish out strong. That's what I believe. I think having 2 picks in that third round allows us room to make adequate moves at the positions we need. Mind y'all, the Cowboys are drafting for need. Like we don't get to take best player available. We have to draft for a need. Them not taking center I can't even say when we could have because Pittsburgh took Frazier, but I'm guessing the Cowboys believe that they can find center later in the draft, or they do believe that Brock Hoffman's going to be their starting center. Now you do got guys like Cooper Beebe, Christian Haynes, who are guards that can play center. So if you do see the name Cooper Beebe, Christian Haynes, those two guys kind of got flexibility there from guard to center. They can line up down there, and I do believe that they come in and be better than Brock Hoffman. Uh, all right, the Patriots have selected Caden Williams, offensive tackle, Penn State. He played right tackle at Penn State. In my mind, damn good pick. Damn good pick for the Patriots. Crazy that Penn State put in two tackles. Hey, two tackles drafted in the first 3 rounds, and I hate their quarterback. I think it's Drew Aller. I hate Drew so much. I hate Drew Aller so much, dog. Very underwhelming quarterback there at Penn State. That you got two offensive tackles drafted, and your team underperformed. Boy, that passing game was terrible. My boy Chris here. Some of these picks are truly questioning. It's like they would rather pick C grade players to build into scheme players than get B and A grade players who already have a certain style of play that they might not fit into the scheme. True. True. Well, no, Nealon fits the scheme. Nealon, Nealon's gonna be a great addition to this. Not great addition, not great. He's gonna be a good addition to this team, especially with Mike Zimmerman getting his hand. You got to remember who your defensive coordinator is, Cowboy fans. Zimmerman can build a defensive line. To me, you got to think about Zimmerman back in Minnesota. He had a solid offensive line. He had the linebackers. He had the secondary. He knows what he's looking for. And like I said, the Cowboys, I don't think the Cowboys draft room wanted to settle. Like, they didn't want to settle there at that pick. I do believe they were trying to trade back because they damn near ran out all of that time for that pick to make that pick. And it came down to, hey, nobody wants to come up. Nobody wants to trade. We'll take that pick. All right. What's up, Andy? Appreciate you tuning in. Yes, Andy, Zeke will be back. Ezekiel Elliott will be back. And so that's why I don't believe that running back is at the highest priority for the Dallas Cowboys. There are several running backs to take here in this draft. You got Braylon Allen still. Like I said, you got Wright from Tennessee. Marshawn Lloyd. You got running back. This running back galore for this draft. I just don't think a lot of people understand that. I think a lot of people are just like, oh wait, they know like the 3-4 guys that they want. All right. Okay, so boom, perfect. The Chargers take Junior Colson, linebacker out of Michigan. They lost Eric Kendricks, who is now with the Dallas Cowboys. Replace him with Junior Colson, who I think will be a solid centerpiece for that defense. He's probably like the biggest linebacker. No, sorry. Peyton Wilson is bigger than Junior Colson. Peyton Wilson's like 6'4". Peyton Wilson's like 6'4", but it's like he has like a skinny build to him. But don't get it confused. Peyton Wilson will light your ass up. He's like, in my mind, if there was a draft comp for Peyton Wilson, it's Luke Kuechly. Just saying. But Junior Colson is a damn good addition to the Chargers, that Chargers defense. So shout out to them for making that pick. What's up, Mike? Appreciate you tuning in, my boy. Like, man, look here. Oh, hold on. We had pick 70. Giants on the clock. We're almost to that Cowboys pick. All right. If I was real professional, I'd have all every team picks like scheduled out and stuff like that. But nah, y'all ain't getting that. Okay. My buddy Derek sent me something from Twitter. I mean, look at that. Oh yeah, he just sent me. He tagged me in Nealon highlights. Guys, if you don't know if you're a Cowboy fan, you don't know who Nealon is, and go look up the highlights. He can play. I think my but a friend of mine was like, "Oh man, he's another small school player." Western Michigan is not a small school. Western Michigan puts people in the they put people in the NFL. They play top tier talent. Like Western Michigan is a solid school to take players from. Um, and so, like I said, I'm good with the kneeling pick. I just don't think Cowboy fans understand like the need that need at defensive end. And once again, I just want to highlight I wanted Daniil Hunter. I wanted Daniil Hunter. He's in Houston. He in Houston. Ain't nothing I can do. Ain't nothing I can do. All I can do is give y'all the names, the people that you should want. Shout out to if there's any Steeler fans watching. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That offensive line is completely rebuilt, bro. Giants are drafting cornerback Andrew Phillips. Andrew Phillips. So Giants go cornerback Andrew Phillips out of Kentucky. Like you said, you're going to see a lot of these DBs coming off the board. You're going to see a lot of these Kentucky players, Kansas players. Um, like, it's crazy. Kansas and Kentucky have done a great job of holding on to a lot of players in this draft. Like these are guys, these are seniors, juniors and seniors. These aren't just young guys committing and stuff like that. Like, no, these are juniors and seniors, grown men that are ready to play. And this is a damn good pickup for the Giants because they need defensive back. They need defensive back. I'm not saying Andrew Phillips is going to come in and be your defensive back number one. I'm not saying that. But if you go watch his Senior Bowl tape, it was very solid. He was very good at the Senior Bowl. He makes plays on the ball. He'll take that bitch to the house if you let him. He'll take it to the house if you let him. But 6'1", 190 pounds, 4'4", 840. Hey, good draft. Good draft pick for the Giants. Now we got the Cardinals back on the clock. The Cardinals are back on the clock. Man. So the Cardinals have gone, sorry. The Cardinals have gone receiver. They've gone defensive end. They went defensive back. Do they go guard? Do they need a guard? I don't know I don't know what the Cardinals roster looks like, but more than likely they may need a guard here. Hell, they may take another receiver here. Who knows? My boy Christian tuning in. And see, Christian understands exactly what I'm saying. I want Micah like, I don't know where people get this, like, Micah Parsons should only be on the edge. No, bro, Micah is a talent. I want Micah all over the field. I want Micah impacting the game like he should be impacting the game. Like, once again, Cowboy fans, remember, you got Zimmerman in this building. Zimmerman knows how to use he knows how to use Micah, and Zimmerman knows how to use a defensive line. So hey, my boy Christian, thank you for dropping them facts. See, and boom, Andrew, let me see if I can like your comment here. For those of y'all watching in other locations, on my personal page, my buddy Andrew, he put in the comment section, Cowboys should trade one of these third round picks and get some more draft capital. It'd be real interesting to see that. I would. But also, once again, Peyton Wilson's there, running back from Tennessee, Wright still there. So Cardinals go offensive tackle. Boom, bam, offensive lineman. I thought they might go guard here, but they go Isaiah Adams, offensive lineman, Illinois, 6'4", 315 pounds. Now we're getting in the range of guys where some of these players I've watched film on. I can tell you what they're bad at, what their weaknesses is, what like a little bit what their strengths are. Isaiah has good movement. He got good movement. I think he's a better pass setter than run blocker. I would say maybe you bump him inside the guard. Maybe and that's what I was saying. I was like, maybe Arizona goes guard here. They take offensive tackle, and I think they end up bumping him down in the guard. If you're an Arizona fan, you're welcome. I got you. I got you. No, Cards are definitely having a hell of a draft. Especially if you consider Kyler Murray's coming back from injury. You get Marvin Harrison. You added some players to your defense, and you're addressing your offensive line. Gotta love it. Now, I'm not saying like these guys like Arizona's just gonna be tops in their division. No, not saying that. But yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. If you're a Cardinals fan, be excited. And my boy Christian said he's watching from Detroit. I appreciate you, fam. My boy be locked in. So now Carolina's back on the clock. Saw Carolina trade up for Jonathan Brooks. A lot of Cowboy fans are like, oh my God. And not really Cowboy fans. Other fans are like, oh my God, Jerry Jones gave away who the Cowboys wanted in Jonathan Brooks. The Cowboys are not taking Jonathan Brooks with that second pick. If they didn't take Trey Benson, they weren't taking, think about that. Trey Benson was available. They didn't take him. They weren't taking him to begin with. So Panthers go linebacker, Tevin Wallace out of Kentucky. He's my 4th-ranked linebacker on my board. My number 1 linebacker is still available. We've seen Edgerrin Cooper go to the Packers. We've seen Junior Colson, my 3, go to the Chargers. Now we're seeing my 4, Tevin Wallace, go to the Panthers. Is he ready to be? If I'm Carolina, you put Tevin Wallace as your wheel linebacker. Not your Mike linebacker, your wheel linebacker, your weak side linebacker. And you let Tevin Wallace fly. Let him run, make plays, in which I believe that's what they needed. That's what the Panthers needed. Let me see. Because Washington signed a linebacker that I wanted. And I'd be having a brain fart on his name. I got y'all. But they definitely needed a weak side linebacker. And Tevin Wallace, he fits the mold. Damn, so who does Dallas go with here? Preston said this draft is ass. Hey, look here. This draft, I love this draft. I love this draft. Only because I love the players. I love the players in this draft. That's why I'm really Frankie. They signed the Commanders signed Frankie Louvu, who is a linebacker for the Panthers. And so now the Panthers replace Louvu with Tevin Wallace, and that's how you do it, my guys. That's how you do it. But as I was saying, Cowboy fans, I just don't believe Jonathan Brooks was going to be the 2nd-round pick for the Cowboys. I don't think that was an option on the table. I think this was more of them throwing some bait out there, just how they did last year when they were like, maybe Dalton Kincaid would be our 1st-round pick. The Bills come up, they trade up right in front of the Cowboys, and they take Dalton Kincaid. And then, as I was reporting, for those and my homies know what's up. As I was reporting, I'm like, hey guys, Sam Laporta is on the radar for the Cowboys, and not Dalton Kincaid. I'm like, Sam Laporta is who this team wants, and they wanted to wait till the 2nd round. Boom, bam. Sam Laporta gets picked just a few picks before the Cowboys. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think Detroit was going to be taking Sam Laporta, so that kind of caught me off guard. And then boom, bam, the Cowboys end up settling for Luke Schoonmaker right after that. And so now Dallas is on the clock. Still need a running back here. Still need a center. You need a linebacker, and you need a receiver. In my mind, you kind of got to grab a receiver here because you don't have a 4th-round pick. As I was saying, guys, the running back class is so deep. I'm okay if they grab a running back in the 5th round. I can live with it. I can live with it. I can live with a running back in the fifth. I know Troy Franklin's still available, and when Troy Franklin's a deep threat, in my mind, I'm looking for a receiver that can come across that middle. That's really what I'm looking for. I'd have to pull up all the receivers that's available. I'm not doing that right now. We just gonna wait and see. Peyton Wilson, linebacker, my linebacker one is still available. That's my guy. But the injuries, that's it. The injuries, dog. That's why he's falling. Come on, Dallas. Come on, Dallas. Dak is ass. You need a fucking quarterback. Your defense gave up 42 points. Marty, your defense gave up 42 points, sir. The runner up MVP is ass. All right. Mike McCarthy deciding, all right, we're gonna try to run the ball here in these first few plays. Boom, bam. Cowboys go Cooper BB. All right. Cooper BB got that dog in him, y'all. Cooper BB got that dog in him. He can play, and I do believe he can play center. I do believe that maybe this is Zach Martin's possible replacement after he's done, maybe right guard. But Cooper Beebe got that dog in him. And it's kind of funny. The only way I stumbled upon Cooper Beebe is watching Deuce Vaughn. If you watch Deuce Vaughn from Kansas State last year, you'll see a lot of Cooper Beebe in those highlights. And so, okay, so we go Cooper Beebe here. What if the Cowboys don't go linebacker at all with that last pick in this third round that they got? What if they do go wide receiver? So Marty goes, and Dak couldn't match it. Number one offense 3 years in a row. Can't seem to score in the playoffs. The year we had Amari Cooper and CD at the same time, that's Dak's fault. You got to win that game. You got to win that game against the 49ers. You got to win that one. And I know CD didn't even have a great game that game. I understand that. I know it was just Amari Cooper and Dak. But you got to win that game, dog. Got to win that game, Dak. Now, the season before this one, against the 49ers, you just didn't have no weapons. Dak and CD did everything that they could. And then your front office literally goes, oh, hey, look, here's Brandon Cooks, to make up for us not having any weapons. Your front office literally came out and said, you know what, that's our bad. We didn't have the weapons to go play the 49ers, in which we talked about that before the playoff game. I didn't pick the Cowboys to beat the 49ers. Everybody should have been on the same page that you don't got the weapons to go beat those guys. And Kellen Moore basically shit his pants once Tony Pollard got hurt. Kellen Moore shit his pants right after that. And this past season, y'all kind of throwing me out because I don't see nobody talking about CD having the. We're not going to just address CD having the worst start to the game. CD had the worst start to the game, worse than anybody. CD killed 2 drives by himself. CD killed 2 drives by himself. Your defense gave up scores right off those 2 drives. Hell, Dak threw his interception after he was down 2 scores already, in which I think Brandon Cooks got interfered with. But once again, while you having your little guy run a whip route, man. Hey, look here. You had the MVP, dog. You had the MVP. You said, "Can I bring you on?" Drop your, send me your email. I'll bring you on. I'll let you talk. So Atlanta goes edge here. Braylon Trice. Hell of a pass rusher. I thought he disappeared. In the national championship. He was good against Texas. God damn it. Braylon Trice was good against Texas. They had a damn good game against Texas, boy. But I believe that when he went up against Michigan, he kind of disappeared. You didn't see Brandon Trice name announce all like that. My guy had 49 tackles on the season, 11 and a half sacks. I mean, 7 sacks, 11 and a half tackles for loss. I think this is a good pickup for Atlanta. This is a good pickup for Atlanta. Atlanta's had an odd draft. Atlanta's had a very odd draft, but I do like this pickup for them guys. Make sure nobody hitting me up. Mm, 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 mm. All right, who's on the clock? All right, Bears are on the clock. Bears on the clock. Yeah, Marty, you send me your email. I'll bring you on, dog. No problem at all. No problem at all. All right, come on, Bears. Let's get these picks in. Let's get this stuff rolling. I want to get to this Cowboys pick, um, just to see what we're looking at. Let's see what we're looking at. Damn, Cooper Beebe might come in and be your starting center. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out and see, Cowboy fans. Cooper Beebe may come in and be your starting center. Literally, my boy Rich just hit me up. He goes, "Well, at least our O line got younger." Facts. Facts. Your offensive line got younger. You can't like, hey, my boy Levis in the building. Levis, appreciate you too. He even said it. Cooper Beebe hard. Hey, look here, bro. Hey, Cooper Beebe like that, bro. Cooper Beebe's like that. So he's a hell of a run blocker. Hell of a run blocker. You're gonna need a big guy in the middle to deal with the defensive tackles that are in the NFC East. You can say what you want. The NFC East got defensive tackle full of dogs. Cowboys can't seem to find one of those. Cowboys can't seem to find one of those. My boy Rich is saying that our offensive line getting younger is telling him two things. So he goes, they building for the future, and Dak maybe won't be back after next year. Y'all, Dak will be back next year. Dak will be back next year. Because guess what? If he ain't, that's 40. It's 40 mil. It's 40 mil. 40 million hit you. You're already getting hit for 55. You're already getting hit for like 55 on the cap. I don't even know if you know I'm live right now. I don't even think you know I'm live. That 50, it's 55. They got it. I mean, unless you and I'm not just saying like if the Cowboys are gonna move off of Dak, which has been this has always been my main argument. If you're gonna move off of Dak, don't lose him for nothing. And it kind of seems like you're gonna lose him for nothing. You're gonna lose Dak Prescott for nothing if you let him walk. He's gonna hit you for 40 million on the cap next year, no matter what. You traded a 4th-round pick for Trey Lance, and you're not gonna pick up his option. Because if you pick up his option, that's another 20 million. It's another 20 mil added on that. I just don't see Dak not being back. I believe that what the Cowboys have done is phase out these older like the older players from the previous regime, and I do believe that this is going to be Dak and CD and Micah's team. My boy Isaiah tuned in. Appreciate you, fam. I believe that this is going to be Dak and Micah and CD's team. I don't see those three guys going anywhere. All right, so the Bears pick is in. They go offensive tackle Kieran Amadizier. Kieran Amadizier, offensive tackle from Yale. This is a perfect spot for him. I had him as a round 3 offensive tackle because now the thing with a lot of these guys that do play in schools like Yale and Holy Cross, those kind of players, those are smaller schools. Kieran's problem is Kieran doesn't dominate those schools like those defensive ends, those defensive players like that. And I believe if you're going to play at Yale and you're going to be one of the top tackles, you want to be one of the top tackles, you got to you should be dominating, like dominating at the level. There should be no questions asked like, hey, if you line up a lower tier guy against this guy, he's going to win. Kieran just doesn't give off that vibe of that. If you watch his film, yeah, he just doesn't dominate at that level. But as a round 3 offensive tackle for the Chicago Bears, if you're wanting him to come in and compete, it's a good thing. It's a good pick. I think what hurt Kieran is not being at the Senior Bowl. Like I said, boy, look here. I watched the Senior Bowl. Boy, I can tell you who can play, who can't play. That Senior Bowl helps. I know y'all remember Dawan Jones, offensive tackle from Ohio State. He was drafted by Cleveland in like the 4th or 5th round. Comes out and then literally his rookie season smacking people. And he was the first offensive tackle I did my research on. And I got proof of that because if you go back and watch one of my videos from last year, it's a picture of Dawan Jones. And I'm like, all right, film study is starting. And so can Kieran be a sleeper pick like that where it's, I just wish he got to the Senior Bowl and kind of was able to put on his talent, show his talents against the other pass rushers. All right, so we got Broncos on the clock. They took Bo Nix. That is still funny that they took Bo Nix, dog. That is hilarious. All right, Broncos pick is in. I love it. They go Utah defensive end Jonah Ellis. Damn it, why does that name sound familiar? 6'2", 248. Oh, he a pass rusher. Oh, he is straight pass rusher. Okay. Oh, he is straight. Okay. One thing I can say about the Denver Broncos, they know how to draft defensive players. They know how to draft defensive players. That's one thing that them boys can do. All right. Raiders on the clock, in which the Raiders took Jackson Powers Johnson. I love Jackson Powers Johnson being in Las Vegas with the Raiders. I love that pick for them. He fell for a reason. His injury history, he fell. His interview process didn't go as smooth, and I do believe that's why the Cowboys didn't have him on the board like that. Him being in Las Vegas with the Raiders, with that crew, with that new team of that team of guys, that locker room full of guys, I like that for him. All he gotta do was go out there and be dominant. Okay. No, this Jonah Ellis dude can play. All right. I'm still not happy. I'm still content with what the Cowboys did in that second round. I ain't need a pass rush. I need a run stopper. I need somebody to stop the run. My boy Adrian tuned in. My boy Caleb. Bruce, what's up to you? Jason, what's up with you? Why the Eagles trying to draft all these DBs just to stop CeeDee Lamb? That shit funny. It ain't gonna work. All right, so we got the Raiders on the clock. The Eagles follow up at pick 78. Arizona at pick 79 right after that. Ooh. I swear it seems like the same teams keep picking over and over again. I swear the same teams are picking over and over again, man. If I call another Arizona pick, boy, I'm gonna lose my mind, dog. All right, so the Raiders go offensive tackle Delmar Glaze from Maryland University. Delmar was actually I think he was a Cowboys 30 visit. And the reason I know Delmar, that I know of Delmar, is because I watched a whole lot of Talia to however the hell you said it. I've been drinking. The quarterback from Maryland, Tua's younger brother. I watched a whole lot of Tua's younger brother. I believe that Tua's younger brother is a better passer of the football than him. Cowboy fans, if you were looking for somebody to replace Dak, Talia is a damn, like, he was that offense. That boy gonna throw that ball. That boy gonna throw that football. And so, yeah, that's the only reason I got to see Delmar by watching that Maryland team, because I'm very interested in to see what happens to Tuivailea. Tuivailea. All right, we're moving right along. Okay, my boy Brown in the building. All right, so Joseph here. What we looking like, brother? The draft is on. I see what's the move. Unlike the Falcons, either they're gonna go linebacker here or they're gonna go receiver here. Yeah, into the bucket. Yeah, they're gonna go either the Cowboys are gonna go linebacker, receiver. We got a trade alert. Trade alert. The Texans traded pick number 86 and number 123 to the Eagles for pick 78. So Houston's on the clock. Wow. We got a team. Hey, boy, these boys loading up. Hey, Jason said we really just going with our running back room and getting Zeke back, huh? No, we'll get a running back. They're going to take a running back. And like I said, the running backs that I truly love are later, like you can pick them later in this draft. Lord. So the Texans are on the clock. Yeah, like my last running backs here are Wright from Tennessee, Braylon Allen, maybe Marshawn Lloyd here in the third. That's it. Like that's it. That's it. That's it. And like I said, there's not enough running backs coming off the board that make me panic. But Zeke will be back, y'all. Zeke will be back. And yeah, even Brown said it. Running back or linebacker. Running back or linebacker is going to be one of these picks, unless they want to go receiver. And I think my next best receiver on the board is like Jalen McMillan from Washington, the third receiver. And I'm a fan of his game too. Probably not. It's more milky, more milk based. You can try it if you want to. My wife trying to play bartender over here. Sorry, y'all. Well, my boy Black in the building. Appreciate you. My boy Mickey in the building. Appreciate you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Come over here, sit next to me. Rangers are tied 1-1 with the Reds right now. Mavs are up 78-67 on the Clippers. You goddamn right. Give these niggas the blues. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. My bad. My bad, y'all. Hey, my bad. Hey, I ain't supposed to be doing all that on this live stream like that. Hey, on me. Hey, Cam saying the N-word on here. Hey. Rice or McMillan. See, Rich. See, my boy Rich. He know the questions to ask. He know the questions to ask. You're fine. You're good. He said Rice. Brendan Rice. Man, okay. If I'm the Cowboys, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably taking Brendan Rice over McMillan just because he does give me he showed me that factor of, man, I'm going across this middle of the field. I'm a dog like that. I'm gonna score touchdowns. He scored a shit ton of touchdowns at USC, bro. He scored a shit ton. But man, Jalen McMillan is smooth. That boy's smooth. He's smooth as hell. He's a smooth route runner. He's probably more Dak friendly. If you want to go, hey, who's a more precise route runner? McMillan's a better route runner than Brendan Rice, but I think Brendan Rice gives you more playmaking ability. But all I know is both of them come in and be better than Jalen Tolbert. Both of them come in and be better than Jalen Tolbert. And I loved it. Like I said, I called the Jalen Tolbert pick. I'm a fan of Jalen Tolbert. I want Jalen Tolbert to compete. That's all. I want Tolbert to compete. I want him to feel that heat. So man, bro, give me Brendan Rice or McMillan. I'm happy. If we go Peyton Wilson here, who is an injury-prone linebacker, if we go Peyton Wilson here, though, I'm cool with that. Like, let's see. But Houston, come on, Houston, y'all didn't come on. You can't trade up and then take this long. I thought Houston knew what they wanted. Yeah, Mavs on bumper right now. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta check my parlay. Let me check my parlay real quick. What are you looking like? I guess whenever. Oh, you just had to have a ball game today, huh? Oh, I fucked up. I messed up. I took a whole lot of Clippers players from my parlay. I ain't gonna lie. And I guess Daniel Gafford decided to have a ball game today. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Okay. All right. Ooh. Texans go Kalen Bullock, safety out of USC, 4'4", 6'2", 188 pounds. A lot of, like, what I've come to realize is a lot of light doesn't get shined on the safety class. I do believe that it's probably one of the more slept on positions in this draft. It's the safeties, and I had a lot of, like, and it was weird. I had a lot of Cowboy fans tell me, look at the safeties, like Tyler Nubin, Bullock. I didn't think the Cowboys are going to take safety, so I ain't gonna lie, I didn't watch them. I didn't watch the safeties. Now, the only reason I know Kalen Bullock is if I watch USC games. And so that's the only reason. I do believe that he has to be a free safety. Kalen, I think Kalen can play free safety in the NFL. I think he does have tremendous ball skills. No, did he? He got tremendous ball skills. No, did he? I think that the Texans is a good place for him, especially because the Texans have Jalen Petrie. Jalen Petry's a hell of a ball player. He's a dog, and so having Bullock behind him, I think is a nice addition. What's going on with you, Jasmine? Thank you for tuning in. All right, so the Colts are on the clock. The Colts go offensive tackle Matt Conclave. Gonclave? Yeah, Gonclave. My bad. Colts go offensive tackle Matt Gonclave. Now the sexy pick. I'm really mad that the Colts actually took A.D. Mitchell. I didn't think that they needed help at receiver. We got to have a conversation about that. The Colts didn't need help at receiver. They have Alec Pierce. They have Pittman. They got Josh Downs. Where does A.D. Mitchell fit in there unless you're saying A.D. Mitchell's going to come in and be better than Alec Pierce? A boy tagged me in something. Oh, he's saying that one of my buddies that passed away, Sebastian. He was a Raiders fan, and the Raiders are rebuilding out there. And I know that he would be extremely proud. All right, Matt Gonclaves, offensive tackle out of Pittsburgh, 6'6", 327. Um, ain't much to say about Matt. Ain't much to say about Matt. I think you can bull rush Matt. Like he not strong. Matt Goncalves is not strong like that. His footwork is alright. Um, like I said, I can give you more coverage about the guards and the centers in this draft than I can the tackles. I think it just gets really light. Uh, so the Bengals are selecting Jermaine Burton, wide receiver out of Alabama. Uh, 6 foot, 196 pounds, 4.45, 40-yard dash. Um, hell of a player, hell of a ball player. Um, do think he body catches a lot, but also I think he can catch with his hands. Um, Good route runner, deep threat, and he's being picked at a place. I believe that Jermaine Burton having the Alabama quarterback that they got, I'm just having a brain fart right now. Sorry, y'all, trying to get all these names, but having the quarterback he had at Alabama, I do believe hurt his production. Uh, yeah, I think it hurt his production. I do believe he should have. There's no reason he shouldn't have had the ball more. Um, yeah, I think he's a hell of a deep threat though. Like he gets vertical, he gets behind defenders, and so him being picked in the third round, I think is a good location for him. Uh, they're giving it an A+ draft pick for the Bengals. I don't think it's an A+. I'm not saying A+. I think it's a B. Like I think it's a B+, like a B pick for the Bengals. Oh, all right, all right. We got Seattle on the clock. Really need this Cowboys pick to hurry up because man, look here, we can do if we can cover the Cowboys pick, and I can I can get up off of here. Perfect, perfect. I've been working all goddamn day. Hey, if we can do this. Hey, we can be done. But Seattle's on the clock. All right, Rangers just took the lead. Rangers are up 2-1. Rangers just took the lead up 2-1. Mavs are in the fourth quarter up 84-67. That's what I'm talking about. Handle business, Mavs. All right, all right, all right. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, that's updated. Okay, he cleared that. Mm-mm-mm. God damn. All right. All right, I'm back to this. We back. We back. Ooh. Seattle goes offensive lineman Christian Haynes. Guard out of Connecticut, UConn. He can play center. He can play center. All right. If you're a Seahawks fan and you're on here, go look up Christian Haynes Senior Bowl film and watch him whoop some ass. All right. Watch him whoop some ass. All right. My boy Joseph said Kyrie said he need a ring on me. Another ring for Kyrie, man, bro. That would be so good for him. And then my boy Rich says, I'm not cool with another injury prone linebacker. Yeah, neither am I. But guess what? We in the third round, so I don't care. That man's linebacker number one. That man linebacker number one. Put that man on the field and watch him work. Watch that man Peyton Wilson work. Um, But yeah, if you're a Seattle fan, you definitely can love the Christian Haynes pick. Like I said, he has the flexibility to play guard, the flexibility to play center. He's a hell of a blocker. Got nastiness to him. Excuse me. Ooh. All right, so Arizona's back on the clock. I feel like we've done Arizona picks all goddamn day. We got the Rams next at pick 83 and the Steelers at pick 84. Yo, Fitch, what's up? Thank you for tuning in, Fitch. Uh, it's actually funny that like Fitch's cousin Foots is like one of my favorite podcasters to follow. So that's hilarious. That they're cousins. So thank you, Fitch, for like I didn't know that. That was a nice little fun fact. Uh so Rich is saying that the Cowboys can trade back into the fourth and get Liafu Marist, linebacker out of Notre Dame, which he's my linebacker. He's actually my linebacker number 6, I think. And then there's Jalen Ford, who's my linebacker number 7. Both of those guys are available. So the Arizona Cardinals go Tip Riemann, tight end out of Illinois. Not even going. I ain't even going. Look here. I didn't watch no tight ends. The fact that Sanders, Jatavian Sanders, we haven't heard his name called, and Wiley out of TCU, we haven't heard his name called either. I don't know what Arizona's thinking. I don't know what Arizona's wanting out of Tip. I think Jatavian is a better receiving threat if you're wanting Tip to be like your receiving tight end. I can at least say that. Injuries for the last 2 years dropped him. Oh, you talking about my buddy Rich is saying basically the injuries to Marist and Ford have dropped them in the draft. I do believe that like Jalen Ford's more stiff than Marist. I do like that stiffness does matter. I believe at middle linebacker. Like I don't want a stiff middle linebacker. So yeah, if the Cowboys would love to trade back and get Marist, I'm down with that. And then my buddy Jason here says Zach Ertz is gone. Yeah, that makes sense. Like to go with Tip. I don't know if he can block. I don't know if Tip can block because that is one thing about Zach Ertz. He can at least he knows he's a veteran in the game. He knows some tricks. Ooh, the Rams go Blake Corum, running back out of Michigan, national champ. Blake Corum. Probably, I would say Blake Corum's probably the smoothest running back in this draft. Like I think like his hezzy is crazy. Um, like he's very smooth hitting the hole. It really kind of caught me off guard that he ran a 4.52. Not really. I guess that makes sense. I just you just kind of hope that Blake Corum does have a successful NFL career with all the carries that he's had at Michigan. He's had a shit ton of carries. Hoping that excuse me. Hoping that Blake Corum can just make it, man. Like, you hope the best for a lot of these players, a lot of these guys. And Blake Corum is one of those because he gave his all to Michigan. Blake Corum gave everything he had to Michigan. And so I love this pick for the Rams because they have what's the running back they got? The Rams got he's balled out last year too. He's receiving. I feel bad because he was on my fantasy team. Kyron Williams. Yeah, no, Kyron had a hell of a season last year. And so I think a lot of teams are going to be leaning on a 1-2 punch, and I think Blake Corum gives them the punch that yeah. Um, okay. Oh, and so Richard said Sanders and Colt been injured for the last 2 seasons. Okay, bet. Because I was like, man, Jatavius Sanders can play. Jason said Blake Corum does not run. Hey, damn! You disrespecting the 4-5 dog? He said he don't run that. He said Blake looked like he running at 70%. I get that pick a B. Especially because that Rams receiving core is intact. They've addressed their defensive line. They've addressed that. Um, they don't need like a quarterback or nothing like that. I think running back there is very solid for them as they're now being able to rebuild their team. Hell, they made the playoffs last season, I think. So, yeah, no, good pickup for the Rams. We got the Steelers on the clock, followed by the Browns, and then the Colts again. Man, this is a great look here, guys. This is a great draft to have a lot of draft picks in because a lot of these guys are going to come in and they're ready to play. They're ready to play day one. Um, so the Steelers have already addressed their whole offensive line. They don't need running back. The Steelers don't need running back. Uh, could the Rams go receiver here? I think the Rams go receiver here. I think the Rams go receiver here. Yeah, I need look here, guys. I need the Cowboys pick to hurry up. I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. My wife waiting on me. My wife waiting on me. I'm hungry. Gotta get this done. Hey. Hey, so my buddy Jason says Rams bounce back season. Got to give the 49ers a run for their money this go around. Look here. What's actually Roman Wilson. I called it. Oh, hey, Steelers go wide receiver Roman Wilson, University of Michigan. Uh ran a 4.39 at the combine. Um put him in the slot, let him work. That's what I think. Put him in the slot, let him work. He's hard to tackle, tough, tough. He's tough, man. Uh, yeah, I just think I think NFL wise, he'll be a solid slot receiver. Especially for the Steelers. I love giving. I love that the Steelers said we're going to repair this offensive line. We're going to run the football. And then, hey, Russ, here's a slot receiver to throw to. A reliable slot receiver. I honestly believe that Roman Wilson helped get J.J. McCarthy drafted as high as he did. Like I said, I'm not on that J.J. McCarthy hype train like that. Um, so definitely a great addition for the Steelers. We are almost to the Cowboys pick. We got the Browns on the clock, followed by the Indianapolis Colts, and then the Dallas Cowboys picking 87. Oh man, I like this. I like this pick for the Steelers. Hell yeah. Hey, Rangers win 2-1. Mavs still up 92-75 on the Clippers. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Huh? No. Return of the Mac. Oh my gosh. Turn up the Mac. Come on. You know. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. All right, come on, Browns. Come on, Browns. Get your pick in. What the hell do the Browns need? Maybe the Browns go linebacker? Like I said, I do my best to kind of, I do my best to kind of understand what most teams might need. I don't know really what the Browns may need, but maybe linebacker. Maybe linebacker. They don't need receiver. That receiving core is intact. Mm-hmm. Come on, Cleveland, get this pick in. Get this pick in, Cleveland. Boy, Cleveland taking a sweet little time with this pick. Mm-hmm. All right, so Cleveland added Jerry Judy, Jordan Hicks, Deontay Foreman, Devin Bush, Jameis Winston at quarterback. So maybe they aren't. No, they don't go receiver. They shouldn't go linebacker. Maybe they go offensive line here. About to fuck around and find out. How are the Mavs winning like this? And Luca only got 22 points. Kyrie only got 17 points. How are the Mavs winning like this? What is going on? Oh, Derek Lively got 13 points. Okay. It looks like just equal scoring all around. Ooh, that food smell good. Ooh, it smell good in here. Man, the Browns are taking all of this clock. See, Rich, I was saying maybe linebacker or safety. I don't think they need a linebacker though. They picked up Jordan Hicks. I don't think the Browns need a linebacker. I think safety maybe. And like I said, I didn't watch a lot of the safety films, so I don't know who's who, where's where. I don't know who, where. I knew like the first three safety names, I had them, and then after that, I don't know. All right, the Browns pick is in. The Browns are drafting guard Zach Zinter, offensive lineman. I think Zach played at Michigan. Is it Michigan or Wisconsin? Michigan. He would play at Michigan. Yeah. We're trying to see these Michigan boys come off the board. My hip hop getting old. 6'6", 309 pounds. Zach moves people. Zach gonna move people. He's like Zach Zinter's your just a solid guy. I'm not saying he's gonna be a NFL superstar. I'm not saying that he's gonna be like one day like this ultimate top tier guard. No, he's gonna come in, he's gonna do his job. And I think he fits in Cleveland. My boy Chase said 9-8. Yeah, you can't tell me the Cowboys going 9-8. Not with the Cowboys losing role players, we going 9-8. Nah. All right, Eagles just traded back. On my own. I didn't know losing role players got you to 9-8. I didn't think losing. The Cowboys are gonna. The Cowboys are winning 10 games. They're winning 10 games or over. I just don't see the Cowboys going 9-8 now. So who's on the clock if the Eagles just traded? Eagles traded back. Okay, so Colts on the clock, and then Dallas is picking right after that. Come on, Colts, get your pick in. Wait, 49ers on the clock. Okay, so Philly gets pick 94 and 132. San Francisco's getting pick 86. Jalen McMillan, do they need a receiver? Do the 49ers need a receiver? Maybe offensive lineman. Maybe. Oh, their pick is in. They weren't bullshitting. The 49ers take Kansas offensive tackle Dominic Puny. I do believe that Puny would be a guard. Don't let that fool y'all. He played offensive tackle at Kansas. Puny would be a guard in the NFL. I do believe that. 6'5", 313 pounds. Yeah, like he played left tackle at Kansas. Uh, just solid at his job. I trust Puny's run blocking ability more than anything. I think he's a damn good run blocker. Hands can get sloppy. His hands can get wide. Just typical. Rough around the edge stuff for Dominic Puny. Don't believe he's like as strong. He's not a super powerful guy. So putting him at guard, you do run that chance. Unless this is their pick of what about who's the offensive tackle for the 49ers? Trent Williams. If this is their Trent Williams replacement, possibly, maybe. But now we got Dallas on the clock. Dallas is finally on the clock. All right. We already took our guard center, Cooper Beebe. Can the Cowboys go running back here? Can they go linebacker here? You still got Wright out of Tennessee in the running back spot. Blake Corum's already gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wright from Tennessee is like my last round 3 running back. Let's see. Yeah, that's literally my last round 3 running back right there. If the Cowboys don't go linebacker here, they're going to address linebacker in the 5th round. All right, the Cowboys pick is in. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. The Cowboys take Notre Dame linebacker Maurice Lee-Yafu. Let's go. Yeah. So my linebacker 4 is off the board. Peyton Wilson continues to fall. And like I said, those injuries that Peyton Wilson has accrued over his collegiate career and high school career are going to haunt him. He's going to continue to fall. I love that the Cowboys went ahead and addressed linebacker here, which does mean that 5th round pick, because we don't have a 4th round pick, that 5th round pick will be a running back. You can stamp it. Give me Ray Davis in that 5th round. Give me Braylon Allen. If he happens to fall down there, I can dig this pick. I can dig it. Yeah, if you're a Cowboy fan, you should be happy about this pick. Liafu's going to come in day 1, and he's going to give Damone Clark a run for his money. He'll give Damone Clark a run for his money. I think you can put him out there on the field with Eric Hendricks and not have a single problem. Allow him to learn, allow him to grow, allow him to learn how to be a Mike linebacker once you do decide that you're going to move off of Eric Hendricks. This is a great pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. Hell yeah. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. My boy had 44 tackles on the season, 6 tackle for losses, 3 sacks for Notre Dame. We in there. Yeah. You can say what you want. The Cowboys front office has moved correctly in their assessments. I believe we wanted Jackson Power Johnson to be their guy, and I don't believe that was going to be their guy. I do believe that Zach Frazier was on. I think Zach Frazier was going to be their pick, and the Steelers just having to pick him. And they took Cooper Beebe, who's going to fill that guard center role, and We're going to see a competition between him and Brock Hoffman. Um, the Packers have had a hell of a draft. Rich facts. It's a great pick from Notre Dame. Maurice, Maurice is a damn good addition to the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, he's gonna be Maurice is gonna be damn near ready to rock and roll day one. He's gonna be ready to rock and roll day one. Damone Clark is gonna have to bring it in camp. Uh, he can play special teams, of course. He can play special teams and all that. But yeah, Damone Clark's on notice here, basically. Like, hey, bro, we're bringing in this guy, and you're gonna have to fight for your spot. The Packers pick is in. The Packers take USC running back Marshawn Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd off the board right there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are going to go. Yeah, they were going to go receiver or linebacker. I mean, running back or linebacker. And to me, it was more important for you to get your linebacker because these running backs are going to continue to fall. Guys and the Cowboy fans that are watching, if you're tuned in, if you have not looked up Ray Davis, make sure you go watch Ray Davis film, get a good highlight of him, take a picture of him, put him on your refrigerator. Be on the lookout for that draft pick right there. What you talking about? The video? Damn good pick for the Packers have had a hell of a draft. Good Lord. Hey, Rich, you ain't got to. Okay, my buddy Rich, he's a Notre Dame fan, so he think he got to tell me about Maurice. You ain't got to tell me about Maurice. He was linebacker number 4 on my board for a reason. He was linebacker number. Wait, my bad. Sorry, correction. Number 5. Tevin Wallace is number 4. He was linebacker number 5 for a reason, though. I know his stats don't do it justice. He gets around the ball, and that's why I said Damone Clark's in danger. If you're able to line up Maurice, let Eric Hendricks call the defense. Zimmerman got his hands on this draft now. You starting to see it. Zimmerman got his hands on this draft now. Zimmerman said, "Hold on, let me cook." Zimmerman said, "Hold on, put some seasoning in my in this soup, and I can cook it. I can whip it up." I do need to start looking at defensive tackles in this draft, like the one techs, because the Cowboys still need another one tech. I do believe that. I do believe that they'll find that in the later rounds, unless our Dallas Cowboys decide to make a move and trade up. In which, think about it, the Packers just drafted. The Packers just drafted, and they're going to be on the clock again at pick 91. I believe that a lot of these teams will start getting on the phone and trying to make moves. Like Arizona's going to pick again right before the Packers pick. So yeah, I'm starving. And okay, Rich asked this question: does Parson go straight defensive line or go outside linebacker? Because the 3-4 defense makes sense now. He's gonna be an outside linebacker. I think Zimmerman's gonna find a way to mix and match it up. To me, Micah's always been an outside linebacker. That's why I love Micah Parsons. He embodies an outside linebacker. How TJ Watt's used, Micah should be used, set the edge, make plays. Like, he shouldn't be necessarily lining up at defensive end and having to necessarily just deal with that tackle right off the bat. Okay, Buccaneers go safety Tyreek Smith out of Georgia. So I think you'll see the Cowboys, I believe, find a way, especially under Zimmerman, to get into a 3-4 defense, especially with that Nealon pick once again. Especially having Sam Williams already on the roster. Chauncey Golson's already on the roster, who can play a little bit of that 4-eye defensive end spot. Whatever Mike Zimmer's planning, he has the idea for it. And I still believe that the Cowboys find a way to bring. You got to find a way to bring back Gilmore. I think the Cowboys are going to find a way to bring back Gilmore. I just don't see them being able to find a defensive back in these later rounds with what they need. Um, man, that should be it, dog. The Cowboys have made all their picks, like for right now. Oh my back. Let's look. Let me look and see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, we good. We good. Yeah, y'all be on the lookout for Maurice to play a lot of special teams. But yeah, man, that's been all my time. Y'all know me. I cover fourth, fifth round picks and like that. And so, like I said, the Cowboys don't have a fourth round pick. Let's see if they find a way to get into the fourth round. I don't think they will. I think they'll just kind of wait and see and let the board fall to them. But that's been all my time, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Uh, man, hour and 30. Hey, got able to get on here live stream with y'all. Now it's time for me to relax, kick my feet up, uh, and enjoy my night. Cowboy fans, we good. We good, bro. We good. We good. No need to panic. Cowboy came out.